charming, calm, confused, and emotionally dysfunctional. John Wick has everything you need in a deadly assassin, but the question is if he can take down Solid Snake from the Metal Gear Solid series. We're primarily going to use movies about John Wick because we don't know much about his prime except the fact that he killed 3 people with a pencil. Alright, it's time. So let's start with the basics. Size won't be a big factor here, in my opinion, because both of the characters are around the same height. Solid Snake is 5 feet 11 inches tall, and John Wick is around the same height, so neither will get a significant advantage here. But the thing that will actually make an impact is their skills, and who taught them those skills, because it's better to learn from a world-class guy than from any average Joe. John Wick was born in the USSR, but he spent his youth in El Sauzel, Mexico. He was later recruited by a Ruska Roma organized crime group and trained by its leader, a woman known as the Director. To put it simply, the Director is a powerful and dangerous character in John Wick's universe. John was trained as a hitman and learned skills including martial arts, firearms and other weaponry, tactical driving, infiltration, and escapology. Basically, from a very young age, John was getting prepared to become a world-class assassin, and he traveled around the world, meeting powerful people and gaining experience in his line of work. He probably joined the military too, but there's no confirmation for that. But we are sure that he was trained by one of the bests in his life. On the other hand, Solid Snake, or David, was actually a clone of Big Boss, also known as Naked Snake. And if you are not aware, then let me tell you that Big Boss is literally the most powerful soldier in the Metal Gear universe. He is a one-man army, and if we had to compare him with John Wick, then this would have been an unfair battle. Anyway, Solid Snake was a flawed clone of Big Boss, just like Liquid Snake, whom we can call his brother. There's a reason and a big story behind why they were not perfect clones, so let's not discuss it here. But we need to note that Solid was the recessive clone and Liquid the dominant. Just like John Wick, Solid Snake didn't have what we could call a happy childhood, so he joined the military at an early age and later became a foxhound, a special unit. During this period, he was personally trained in close combat by the Big Boss himself, and he was also trained by Kaz Miller, who is another badass character. Solid Snake gained a fair amount of experience in his youth, which didn't last long. Now that we know enough about both of these characters, let's move on to the next step. The ability to use weapons is important, because before a fight could become hand-to-hand, it would probably be a weapon battle, so we need to look into this. Solid Snake is a veteran soldier and a highly trained operative, having served in multiple conflicts and missions throughout his career as a member of the elite Foxhound unit. He is skilled in a wide range of weapons, including handguns, assault rifles, grenades, and rocket launchers. He is also proficient in stealth and infiltration and can use a variety of gadgets and tools to achieve his objectives. Snake's combat style is calculated and strategic, using his knowledge of tactics and his ability to improvise to outsmart his enemies. He is more of a thinker than you know, going crazy while fighting. John Wick, on the other hand, is an expert in weapons too. He is skilled in a variety of firearms, from handguns to shotguns and assault rifles. He is also able to perform complex gun maneuvers and reloads with incredible speed and precision. John Wick's combat style is focused on aggressive and fast-paced action, using his quick reflexes and raw power to take down his opponents. In terms of skill with weapons, both Solid Snake and John Wick are highly capable and proficient. It's just that their styles are different. Solid Snake is more calculated and strategic, while John Wick is more aggressive and fast-paced. The winner is hard to determine here yet, because of how different their styles are. So let's see their close combat ability, and this will make things much easier to understand. Solid Snake's hand-to-hand combat abilities are rooted in his extensive military training, which includes a variety of martial arts techniques such as CQC, close quarters combat, karate, judo, and taekwondo. There's no doubt that Snake is highly skilled in hand-to-hand combat and can easily disarm opponents using his quick reflexes and combat experience. On top of that, Snake possesses exceptional physical strength, allowing him to overpower opponents with ease. John Wick, on the other hand, has a more straightforward approach to hand-to-hand combat. He is highly skilled in judo, jiu-jitsu, and Krav Maga, and often uses these techniques to take down his opponents. Wick's style of combat is characterized by quick, precise movements. He is a man of speed who can end anyone's life in a matter of seconds, unless his opponent is a very skilled fighter. So what will happen if they both decide to fight in hand-to-hand combat? The fight would be badass for sure because these two characters will do anything to win. The advantages John Wick has here are his reflexes and speed. Sure, a solid Snake is fast, but John Wick is slightly better at that, and we have seen that in movies. He becomes a completely different monster in a matter of seconds and likes to finish his job quickly. But it won't be easy here because his opponent is a solid Snake. He is an expert at defense and protecting himself. His experience in battle will let him counter John Wick, and don't forget about his deadly moves. Solid Snake has been trained in a variety of martial arts, including Krav Maga, which is a practical and effective combat system. He also has experience fighting genetically enhanced soldiers, cyborgs, and even giant mechs, so he's used to facing opponents who are physically superior to him. But it isn't that easy, because John Wick is a highly skilled and experienced fighter as well, and he has taken down some of the toughest opponents in the world of organized crime. John Wick has shown time and time again that he's able to outsmart his enemies and use his surroundings to gain an advantage. Plus, he's known for his brutal and efficient fighting style, which could be a problem for Solid Snake if he's caught off guard. In my opinion, John Wick most likely won't fight hand-to-hand with Snake for long, because he knows the game can be turned at any time. But I think Solid Snake's experience, training, and tactical skills would give him the upper hand in a hand-to-hand fight against John Wick. Plus, he is a highly intelligent guy who can kind of outsmart John Wick. But maybe it won't come down to that. Conclusion. It won't be an easy battle, but I think Solid Snake will come out victorious over John Wick, even if he's the weakest Snake, because his physical abilities and experience set him apart. While John Wick's speed and his weapon management are worthy of praise, I don't think that would be enough to take down Solid Snake. Now I want you to think of a hypothetical situation where both Snake and Wick are tasked with hunting each other down. So who do you think will find the other one first and kill it? They will both be killed without anyone else's help. Think about it, and make sure to comment down below this video because I want to see what you guys thought of it. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we are going to talk about a lot of interesting stuff in the future because, trust me, we are just starting. Finally, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It really means a lot, and I'll see you next time. Take care.